HR Basics is a series of short lessons designed to highlight what you need to know about a particular human resource management topic. In today's HR Basics, we explore the essentials of the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, and HR's role in ensuring employee safety and health. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, is the federal agency responsible for protecting the health and safety of workers. OSHA makes sure that employers follow occupational safety and health regulations and keep the workplace safe. On December 29, 1970, President Nixon signed the Occupational Safety and Health Act. Since then, employee safety and health has been dramatically improved through the administration. Federal OSHA encourages states to develop and operate their own OSHA programs. These state health and safety programs are approved, monitored, and partially funded by federal OSHA. State programs, also called state plans, must be at least as protective as federal OSHA. There are currently 26 states in the United States territories operating state OSHA programs, as you see here. Almost all workers are protected by OSHA regulations, oftentimes called standards, either through federal OSHA or through their state OSHA program. However, some workers are not covered. First, people who are self-employed. Second, family members of farm owners who work on the family farm. And third, state and local government employees in states that do not operate their own OSHA programs. So, what are employer responsibilities under OSHA? Employers must provide their employees with work and workplaces that are safe and healthful, correct any hazardous conditions that they know may result in serious injury to their employees. Failure to do so could result in criminal charges, monetary penalties, and even jail time. Comply with applicable OSHA standards, including any training requirements. For example, provide information and training on any chemicals used or stored in the workplace in a language and manner that is understandable to the employees, called Right to Know. Next, notify the nearest OSHA office within 8 hours of any serious injury or fatality that occurs on the job, or any serious illness caused by the job. Any inpatient hospitalization of 3 or more employees as a result of a work-related incident must also be reported right away. Finally, display OSHA's Job Safety and Health, It's the Law poster so that workers are aware of basic rights and responsibilities. Standards, technically called regulations, describe what employers must do to protect workers from various workplace hazards. Some standards are general and apply to nearly all workplaces, such as the Hazard Communication Standard. Other standards are about specific hazards found only in some workplaces, such as lead, asbestos, and fall protection standards. Specific standards set out detailed rules that must be followed or minimum levels of protection that must be achieved for a particular hazard. OSHA's standards cover a wide variety of workplace safety issues, including the hazards here and many more. These might include toxic substances, slips, trips, and falls, infectious diseases, equipment hazards, fire hazard, electrical hazard, and confined space entry, just to name a few. You can find standards that apply to your workplace by visiting the OSHA website at www.osha.gov. Notice there's a set of standards for general industry and another set for the construction industry. The full text of both are found online. To find out how OSHA has interpreted a standard or an issue you're interested in, go to the website and click on Interpretations. OSHA enforces job safety and health standards by conducting inspections and, in some cases, issuing citations and fines. OSHA inspects workplaces when it receives a report of a death or serious injury, or when there's a complaint by an employee or an employee representative. OSHA may also inspect workplaces that are on its list of high-hazard industries. In this case, OSHA randomly selects a workplace for inspection. OSHA may also inspect an employer because it's been identified as having a higher injury rate than other employers in its industry. OSHA consultation services provide technical assistance to employers on health and safety issues. Consulting services include on-site visits with no fee, assistance in complying with OSHA standards, educational seminars, and publications. The consultation service is separate from OSHA enforcement. Consultants are not involved with enforcement activities such as inspections, citations, and fines. All communication between the employer and the consultation service are confidential and not shared with enforcement staff. In exchange for this free consultation, however, employers must agree to correct in a timely manner any hazards that are identified. A complaint about a workplace hazard can be filed with OSHA by phone, fax, mail, or online. A formal complaint is one where the employee or employee representative gives OSHA their name. If the person gives their name, OSHA is required to keep it confidential. If a worker wants to remain anonymous and does not give a name, the complaint is considered a non-formal complaint. Complaints from the public, including former employees of a company, are also considered non-formal. Each complaint is classified by OSHA enforcement district offices to determine the inspection priority the complaint should be given. Complaints about an imminent hazard that puts a worker in immediate danger of being killed or seriously injured are given immediate priority for investigation. Work-related deaths are also investigated immediately. OSHA gives non-formal complaints, however, lower priority.